Hi guys, welcome to Classic Real Comedies, Facts, and Trivia. Appreciate you being here today. I've done some facts on Hee Haw before. I'm going to do some more for you here today. I hope you enjoy this, and let's get with it. Hee Haw was canceled despite being a huge hit. Hee Haw aired its first 2 seasons on CBS and was a massive ratings hit. Despite this, the network made a choice to get rid of any show airing like it. Because of this decision, Beverly Hillbillies and Mayberry RFD were canceled along with it. Knowing the show was wildly popular, Aylesworth and Papiet worked quickly to find a new home for it. They cut a deal to syndicate the show, and it became more popular than it had been on CBS, airing its last show in 1997. Ratings were huge for the Hee Haw finale. When Hee Haw finally went off the air in 1997, the final episode pulled in 3.5 million viewers in over 140 syndicated markets. That's a huge number, would make most cable shows drool today. Networks like AMC and FX are happy when their shows crack 1 million views. Of course, that 3.5 wasn't huge at the time. Network shows still needed to haul in 10 million or more viewers to be considered a success. Nowadays, a show like The Good Place stays in good standings, a little over 2 million viewers weekly. And the best moments never aired. Some of the funniest things that happened while filming Hee Haw never made it to air. One incident, Archie Campbell's toupee fell off. The audience had no idea he wore one and was absolutely shocked and stunned. The moment unplanned was left on the cutting room floor. The same thing happened with comedian Junior Samples, famous for his slow-talking delivery style. He was caught snoring on stage after falling asleep by some lucky cameraman. The moment stayed locked behind closed doors. Both incidences have been confirmed by the Associated Press. It gave country music fans a home. Before CMT and MTV existed, there weren't many options for fans of country music to get their fix. When MTV came around in the 80s, it didn't play a lot of these tunes either. Hee Haw ended being the only place country fans could hear their favorite songs. One of the reasons Hee Haw is still so popular today is how much country music is on it that you wouldn't be able to hear otherwise. The live performances by the country's best stars even outshine the juvenile sketches most of the time. One president was a big fan. In '88, President George H.W. Bush admitted to being a fan of the show. The comments came during an interview with Maureen Dowd of the New York Times. Asked what TV shows he watched, and Bush said, "I'll tell you, Hee Haw, but you wouldn't believe it, and it's not on anymore anyway." If Bush had checked his TV guide, he would have been surprised to see the program was still on the air and doing strong. I guess he was too busy with other more important things. They only filmed twice a year. Because there were so many scheduling conflicts with guests because of upcoming tours and shoots, Hee Haw was forced to film only twice a year. Cast and crew taped everything in a short amount of time with several major acts on standby. If you don't remember the first few episodes, including high-profile acts Conway Twitty, Merle Haggard, Loretta Lynn, and Charlie Pride, just to imagine all those huge stars being forced to wait backstage together for a moment to film a sketch or perform their song. Roy Clark wrote a song about being canceled. When Hee Haw was canceled, it was part of what is now called the Rule Purge. CBS gave the acts to several similar shows. To change its image, one of the shows that they found a new home along with Hee Haw was Lawrence Welk Show. Because both shows came back from the dead, Roy Clark celebrated by writing the song, The Lawrence Welk Hee Haw Counter-Revolution Polka. The song title might be a mouthful, but it proved incredibly popular, peaking in the top 10 of Billboard's country music charts. Here, let's see what we got here. Buck Owens did the show for selfish reasons. Hosting Hee Haw with Roy Clark was a very lucrative gig for Buck Owens. The money, it turns out, was too good to pass up. Owens hated the show, but enjoyed only having to work it twice a year. In his biography, he wrote, I couldn't justify turning down that big check for just a few weeks' work twice a year, so I kept selling my soul to that cartoon donkey. Hey, it's not the worst thing anyone's ever done for money. There was a Hee Haw comic book. In the 1970s, anything that was kind of kid-friendly got the comic book treatment. Hee Haw was no different. The show was a huge hit, and comic tie-in was an easy way to cash in. Carlton Comics Groups published a short-lived series. Hee Haw Comics ran for a year and published 7 issues. These comics are not considered collector's items. They are worth checking out if you're a fan of the show and want to see a different take on them. Roy Clark stayed with the show till the end. Hee Haw has always been a 2-host show. For more than a decade, the hosts were Roy Clark and Buck Owens. Owens didn't stay with the show. It's no secret he hated working on it, but refused to leave because it was an easy paycheck. By 86, Owens would no longer sell his soul to the donkey and left, leaving Roy Clark to his own machinations. Clark became the face of the show for the next decade, co-hosting with a slew of guest stars, but never finding a new running mate. And Roger Miller almost refused to feature. When Roger Miller first saw Hee Haw, he hated it. He thought the show was too silly and did a disservice to country musicians and fans. Sheb Wooley, his mentor, made it his mission to convince Miller to do the show. Eventually, Wooley wore Miller down, and he made his first appearance in '71. Over a decade later, Miller even helped co-host the show. He worked with Roy Clark from '85 until '89 and appeared with him in 6 times. So much for hating the show, right? One producer claims the show aired their first music videos. Sam Lovulo was a producer of Hee Haw when it debuted and believes part of the show's enduring legacy should be the introduction of the music video. Before the show, most videos were just taped versions of live performances. With Hee Haw, Lovulo wanted to do something different. He made the music a part of the story of the show, saying it provided picture stories for songs. Not every performer was excited about this concept. As more and more performers rejected his idea, he axed it from the show. And there you go. A little bit of Hee Haw for you. Always liked the show myself, personally. That's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please like this video. You guys have a great day. God bless you. And as always, pray for you.